Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. For this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to make a beaded purse. Or you could do what I'm doing and use it as a cell phone holder or an iPod holder or whatever you would like to put in it. This is how my cell phone fits in it. You can make this beaded purse to fit any device that you want. In the tutorial, to make it easier for me to film because this is huge, and I want to say it took me about 8 hours to make it. I did half the purse, and it took about 12 feet of fishing line, and then I ran out, so I had to go back through and tie knots, add another 12 feet, and then I tied that off and went back through, and then I took an 8 feet piece of fishing line and started weaving here, went up the side, added the beads, and went down this side. I added my strap like that separately because I needed it to be longer, and I didn't have enough from this part to do the strap. And plus, if my strap were to ever break, I wouldn't have to take this apart. I could just add a new strap to it. So that's why I did it like that. Now, in the tutorial, for me to have an easier time at filming this, I will be doing a case for my iPod Nano. If you're doing a device, whatever size device you want to cover, cell phone, iPod, MP3 player, you can easily change how you want it to fit. My cell phone is 6 circles wide, so I'm going to start out making the bottom of this, and then I go up the side, and I do a row, and I go back around, meet up here, and then I step up and do another row. Now, my iPod is actually 3 circles wide, so it's much smaller, and it's going to be easier for me to do a tutorial on that, but I'm still going to be using a lot of string to make it. Now, I wanted to let you guys know that this is not a beginner tutorial, and the reason why I say this is because you can make this beaded purse or bag, whatever you're going to use it for, to fit any device, or if you want it just to be a purse, you can make it any size. So, if I'm working on this, for example, and I'm in the middle, and you're working on a cell phone and you're on the side, for some reason you may be confused because we're not in the same spot, or you don't know how to tie the knots or something like that. So this stitch is 2 needle right angle weave, also known as double needle weave, and the stitch is the same through the entire purse except for the bottom, it's different, the top, and every time we step up to a new row, that's going to be different. So I just wanted to let you guys know that this is an advanced tutorial, so you're not mad at me and frustrated that you can't understand what I'm doing. This is not for beginners. Now, if you are a beginner beader and you can watch this whole tutorial and you understand what I'm saying and doing, then go ahead and do this. Go ahead and give it a try. Another idea I had, if you want to use this as a purse and you're worried about things falling out through the holes, I think you can sew a liner and put it in the purse. I haven't done it. I don't know how to do it because I'm not a sewer, but I think it can be done if you're worried about things falling out. Here is the list of materials you're going to need to make this. The amount of fishing line will vary depending on how big your device is, if you're covering a cell phone or whatever. Like I said, I did 12 feet and I got halfway through and I had to do another 12 feet in the other half. So you could start it with 12 feet if you're covering a big phone, but if you're going to be covering an iPod Nano, I figured that it takes 9.5 feet to cover it and finish it with no problem. The rest of the materials, you will need 10-pound test monofilament. I'm using 0.012 diameter. You're going to need 11 aught seed beads, and you're going to need a lot of them. You're not going to need this much, of course, but you will need a lot. You're also going to need a bead to cross through. Now, these 11 aughts, these fill in my spaces here, but the white beads are the beads that I cross through, and those are important. The white beads that I actually used in that are pearls. They are, I think, 2mm pearls. They're the same exact size as 8-aught C beads. So if you have 8-aught C beads, you can use that. Or you can use pearls like I'm using if you have them. If you don't have 8-aughts and you don't have the little pearls, you can use 6-aught C beads for your cross-through bead. And I think that's it. Okay, so the stitch, the weave for making this is called 2 needle right angle weave, and it's also called double needle right angle weave. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the bottom of my device I'm doing, the iPod, and this I figured was 3 circles wide. So it will be very hard for me to film this because my string is so long, but I'm going to try to do my best. First thing we have to do is make our first circle. I'm going to start out by picking up 4 seed beads, a pearl, 4 seed beads, a pearl, 4 seed beads. Each circle has 4 seed beads between the pearls, and there are 4 pearls in each circle. But the oops, I had an extra one. But the circles do share the pearls. Right. Now I have to pick up a pearl and cross through that. Put your ends together and bring this pearl all the way down. So here we go. We have our first circle. Think of this as a unit. Now we have to make another circle. But this time we're going to be doing it differently since we already have our first made. On each string I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads. And then a pearl. Each string, and then 4 seed beads, each side, and now that we have them on like this, I have to pick up a pearl and cross through that pearl. Bring your ends together and bring this pearl down. Now we have this. You have to make sure that your ends are even and that you pull this down, and you will have to pull it pretty far, like an arm's length away from you to get it to sit in the center of your string. Now I have 2 circles here, and I'm going to make another circle. And I only need 3 more pearls because they're sharing this pearl. So again, on each string I will pick up 4 seed beads and a pearl and 4 seed beads. 4 seed beads, a pearl, 4 seed beads, now that I have 4 seed beads, a pearl, and 4 seed beads on each side, I have to pick up a pearl and cross through this. Bring my strings together. Now you constantly have to check to see if you are almost the width of the device you're going to be covering. So I am 3 circles wide. Now let's say you're making a device and it's not exactly 3 circles, 6 circles wide. Let's say you're making a device and it is short, where you need another circle, but it's about half a circle short. Go ahead and make another circle, because for my cell phone I actually had half a circle short, so I had to make another circle. So over here, don't pay attention to that side, to the right side. Half a circle, I need more, so just do 1 more circle. So this is the bottom of my purse, and now I'm going to work on the side. Now that our bottom's complete, we have to do a side. The side will be different. I'm going to take this string, which is red, and I'm going to be picking up more beads than I have been. I'm going to pick up 4 red, 1 pearl, 4 red, 1 pearl, Now I have 2 pearls here, and I have to pick up 4 more red. Now this is what I have. Now I'm doing a turn, so I'm going to be coming out a side instead of going straight. So I have to pick up more beads on this string. Now on my left string, I'm going to be picking up 4 seed beads. Now I'm going to pick up a pearl, which is my fourth pearl, because I'm sharing this pearl with this circle, and I have 2 over here, so that's 3, and this is 4. Now I'm going to cross through this pearl. Bring it down. And now we have this. This is going to be my side wall. So it's going to stand up like this. And then we're going to start doing the side walls. Now I'm exiting out of the pearl, and I'm going to take this string, which is red, and pick up 4 seed beads. And now I have to pass this string through this pearl here. Pull your string, and we should have this. Now I have to make another circle. So I'm going to take my black string, this one, and my red string, and with my black string I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, a pearl, 4 seed beads, now if you look here, this circle already has 2 pearls because my strings are running through them. So this is my 3rd pearl added, and then I just did my 4 seed beads. Now on my red string I have to pick up 4 red seed beads, and then a pearl, and cross through that pearl. Pull it snug, and now you could see our wall is beginning to form. Right here's our corner. It's kind of like a box. Now I have to take this string, and this one is black, and pick up 4 seed beads, and pass this string through this pearl right here. Pull it tight. Now I have 2 pearls here, and I have the 4 seed beads in between. So it's time to make a new circle. So my right string is black and my left string is red. I'm going to take my left string and pick up 4 seed beads, and then a pearl. This is my 3rd pearl in this circle, and then 4 seed beads. Now on my right string, the black string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads and cross through a pearl. Pull your strings through, and here's more of our wall. So I have to take this string, red string, and pick up 4 seed beads and pass through this pearl right here. There we go. So again, this circle's sharing 2 pearls. Each circle, I think of each circle as a unit. Each circle has to have 4 pearls, and each circle shares pearls. So with my black string, my left string, I have to pick up more seed beads. I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads on this side, a pearl, which is my 3rd pearl, and 4 seed beads. Now on my right string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads and my 4th pearl in this circle. Cross at the pearl and come on through. I find if you pull one side, then get it close to your work, and then pull the other string, it's much easier and there's not much tangling. Now again, even though I am now at the side wall instead of the back or the front wall, I'm going to do the same thing. I have to pick up 4 seed beads and pass through this pearl right here. Again, I'm sharing 2 pearls, so on my left string I have to pick up more beads than on my right. So I have to pick up 4 seed beads, a pearl, 4 seed beads, and then on my black string, my right string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads and a pearl. Cross through this pearl, so now we have both of our side walls and our back wall. I'm going to go ahead and move my needle so I can do this side. I went and moved my needle, so now you can see that we have our 2 side walls, the back wall, and the bottom. And our iPod is already fitting into this, so it's definitely going to work with the iPod. Check whatever device you have to make sure that it will work for your device. Now, I'm exiting over here out of this side wall in the corner, out of this pearl. So I'm going to take my red string, which is this string, and pick up 4 seed beads. I'm going to pass this red string through this circle right here, into this pearl. Tighten my other string. Now the string on the top will be picking up more beads than the string on the bottom. So this is my bottom string and this is my top. Now I know I do have my strings red and black. You may be confused if you try to just stick straight to, oh, this one's red, this one's black, this one goes this and which way. It may be confusing if you just try to stick to the colors. So I'm exiting out of this pearl, I'm exiting that pearl. I have 2 pearls already in my circle. So on my right string, my black one, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, my pearl, 4 more seed beads. Now this is my 3rd pearl, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take my left string, pick up 4 seed beads, and a pearl, and cross through the pearl. So here we go. Here's another circle. This string that is exiting out the bottom, this one here, has to go through this pearl. But before we do that, we have to pick up more seed beads. 4 more seed beads. And go through this pearl right here. So now we have our next circle starting, and we have 2 pearls in that circle again. So we were just going to repeat the same steps over and over. With my red string on the top, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads using this string, and then a pearl, 4 seed beads, and then I'm going to take my black string, pick up 4 seed beads, and a pearl across to this pearl. So now you can see that we really have weaved it up here. It's like a basket now. We are fixing to close up right here. I have to go through and come out, and we're going to step up. So with this string, this one that's pointing down, I have to take it and pick up 4 seed beads and go through this pearl right here. Now we are making the last circle in this row. So that means we are going to step up. Tighten my strings to make sure it's all snug in the rest of the piece. So putting it like this, you can really see its shape. Now with this string, I'm going, the same string, the red string, I'm going to pick up 4 more seed beads, and I'm going to pass it through this seed bead right here in my corner side wall. Tighten both strings, and now we have to close up this row. So I'm going to take both strings this time and pick up 4 seed beads on each string, and now I'm going to pick up a pearl and cross through the pearl. And I'm stuck on my tripod. Alright, I'm off the tripod. Now, because I got stuck on my tripod, it almost looks like I'm trying to tie a knot in this bead. So I'm just going to fix this by pulling the string out of the circle. Okay, now pull this pearl down. I'm going to take my needle out so y'all can see it better. Now it looks like a little basket. iPod fits in it just like this, and tighten it up so it's going to be just right. Now we have to step up, where we're going to start a new row of circles, and we're going to be going around. Alright, so I spun this around, so instead of the needles coming out, threads coming out this side, they're coming out this pearl, so you can see what I'm doing. Now, something very important that you need to know. Every time you start a new row, your strings will be exiting out one of these top pearls on the edges. It could be out of any pearl on the edge in whatever size you're working on. Every time you exit out, one of your strings is probably going to be longer than the other. Every time you start a new row, take your longest string, put your ends together, tighten this down with your finger, stretch your arm out as far as you can, and try to find out which one's longer. My black one is longer by about 2 inches. Now, take the longer string, because the longer string, you're going to use that to pick up more beads. And the more beads you pick up on whichever string, the other string will be shortened. So if I'm using this one to pick up more beads because it's longer, and this one's shorter, then maybe on my next row the strings will be even. So pay very close attention to this. Now again, with my longer string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, starting a new row. 4 seed beads, a pearl, 4 seed beads. Now because I'm starting a new row, I don't have another pearl that I'm sharing. I only have 1 pearl here, so I have to pick up a total of 3 pearls, so I have a total of 4 pearls. So 1 pearl, 2 pearl, so here's my second pearl, and then I have to pick up 4 more seed beads. And now it looks like this. So with your longer string, pick up all of these beads. Now with your shorter string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads and pick up a pearl and cross through that. So there we go. This is our next row. With the string that's pointing down, if you look, you could see that we have to pick up 4 more seed beads. So the string that is pointing down, for me, is black. It may be a different color for you because, like I said, you have to take your longer string. So paying attention to which one's red and black will be very hard if your device is a different size than mine. So pick up 4 seed beads, and I'm exiting out of this pearl here. I have to go in through this pearl. Pull it snug. Now I'm sharing 2 pearls again in my next circle. So now it's going to be the same stitch that we were doing. So on the string that's coming out the top, will be picking up more beads. I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, 1 pearl, 4 seed beads, just like this. Like I said, I already have 2 beads here that I'm sharing in this circle. So this is my third pearl, and on my left string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads and cross through a pearl. Pick up a pearl and cross through that. Tighten it up. So here is another circle. So a lot of people have a hard time with this, but whenever I do something like this, for me it's a puzzle. I love doing it. I have the patience to do it. I don't get mad, I don't get frustrated, I just figure it out. So if you look here, if you don't know what to do, you just go back to look at what you just did. You're gonna have to pick up 4 more seed beads on this string and go through that pearl. So don't be afraid that you're going to mess this up. Just think of this as a puzzle. 4 seed beads on this string, mine's red, and go through the next pearl. Pull that out. Now we have a new circle started. We have 2 pearls in this circle again. So with the top string, I have to pick up more beads than I do with my bottom string. I'm picking up 4 seed beads, 1 pearl, 4 seed beads, and that's my third pearl. So on my left string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, pick up a pearl, and cross through it. So here we go. This is our back wall. And again, like I said, if you get confused, just look back at what you already did. The corners will be the same as the side walls because we're going around in a circle. So with this string, which is the black string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads and go through my next pearl in the side wall. Pull it. So now I have to make a ring over here on the side. So I'm sharing 2 pearls again in this circle. Now with my top string, this one being the top pointing up and this one being the bottom, my top is red, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, 1 pearl, 4 seed beads, 1 pearl, and on my left string I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads and cross to this pearl. Now I have a side wall. I'm going to take my bottom string and pick up 4 seed beads. With the bottom string, I'm going to pass it through this pearl right here. Which is hard for me to do because I'm not left-handed. Pull both strings, and now we should have this. Now I'm sharing 2 pearls in this circle again, so that means that we have to pick up 2 pearls in this same circle. So with my top string, I'm going to pick up more seed beads. I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, and then I'm going to pick up 1 pearl, and then 4 seed beads, and then with my bottom string I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, 1 pearl, and cross to this pearl. Tighten it. With my bottom string, I have to pick up 4 seed beads and pass to this bottom pearl. Pull both strings. With my bottom string being black, my top is red. My top, I have to pick up 4 red seed beads, and then a pearl, 4 red on my top string, my bottom string, 4 red, and then I'm going to pick up a pearl and cross through it. Now we should have this. I have to go through the next pearl. With the bottom string, pick up 4 seed beads and pass it through the next pearl. Now I have to make a new circle. I have 2 pearls in the circle again. So with my top string, I have to pick up 4 seed beads, a pearl, 4 seed beads, bottom string, 4 seed beads. Now a pearl and cross through that. Pull snug. Now we are at the next side wall. So with my bottom string, I have to do most of the work with that now. I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, cross through this pearl here, go through that pearl, pull it through, pull my other string, tighten it. With the same string, I'm going to pick up 4 more seed beads and go through this pearl here. Tighten up both strings. Now with each string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads on each string. And then I'm going to pick up a pearl and cross through that pearl. So now we are ready to start another row, and if you put your cell phone or whatever inside, you could see that it's working up pretty nicely. I'm sorry, I've run out of time for this video. To see part 2, go to my channel. Up there, where I'm pointing, there's a button, and it says Beautiful Nights. If you click on that, it'll take you to my channel, and there you'll see all my videos, and you'll see part 2 for the next part of this tutorial.